In a sweeping nationwide operation targeting illegal employment, UK enforcement teams arrested hundreds of migrants in January, marking a significant escalation in the government's efforts to curb unauthorised work. Over the course of the month, officers conducted raids at 828 locations, including nail bars, car washes, restaurants, vape shops in Cheshire, and a grocery warehouse in South London. These operations resulted in 609 arrests, a 73% increase compared to the same period last year. The Home Office revealed that those detained had entered the UK through various means, such as crossing the Channel in small boats or overstaying legally issued visas. Home Office Minister Dame Angela Eagle defended the government's approach, describing it as compassionate despite the aggressive enforcement tactics. She emphasised that releasing footage of the raids was intended to send a clear message about the consequences of illegal work and to dispel false promises made to migrants by smugglers. It's important that we show what we are doing and send messages to people who may have been sold lies about what awaits them in the UK, she said during an interview with BBC Radio 4's Today programme. Dame Angela also announced plans to reduce the number of hotels housing asylum seekers, with 9 of the 218 currently in use slated to close by the end of March. The crackdown comes amid growing political tension over immigration, with the government's border security, asylum and immigration bill set to be debated in the House of Commons. The proposed legislation seeks to introduce new offences and counter-terrorism-style powers to combat people smuggling across the Channel. However, Labour's Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp criticised the bill as weak and insufficient to address the ongoing issue of small boat crossings. He argued that an effective removals deterrent is essential, referencing the controversial Rwanda deportation plan previously scrapped by Labour. Meanwhile, internal divisions within the Labour Party have surfaced over how to address immigration. While some MPs advocate for establishing safe and legal routes for migrants and highlighting the benefits of immigration, others fear that focusing too heavily on illegal immigration risks alienating voters and ceding ground to Reform UK, a party known for its hardline stance. Senior Labour strategists are reportedly concerned about losing support to reform in the next election, particularly among voters prioritising immigration control. The Home Office's latest figures reveal the scale of the government's enforcement efforts. From July, when Labour took office, to the end of January, immigration officers made 3,930 arrests during 5,424 visits. Employers found liable for hiring illegal workers were issued 1,090 civil penalty notices, with fines reaching up to £60,000 per worker. Additionally, the government carried out 4 of the biggest return flights in UK history, deporting over 800 individuals during this period. Despite these measures, Reform UK leader Nigel Farage dismissed the figures as inadequate, pointing out that 1,098 people arrived illegally via small boats in January alone. To deter future illegal migration, the government launched social media campaigns in Vietnam and Albania, targeting potential migrants with stories of exploitation and hardship faced by those who entered the UK unlawfully. These ads aim to counter the sophisticated lies spread by smugglers, who often promise easy jobs and a better life. Dame Angela stressed that many who come illegally end up living in squalid conditions and falling victim to exploitation by criminal gangs. As the immigration debate intensifies, the government's proposed amendments to the bill include doubling the time required for migrants to obtain indefinite leave to remain and extending the waiting period for citizenship applications from 1 to 5 years. However, Labour has yet to outline specific targets for reducing small boat crossings, leaving the effectiveness of their approach in question. With immigration remaining a contentious issue, the political battle over how to manage it shows no signs of abating.